When this world opens, now it's Dumbledore is dead, anarchy reigns, and it's the war of the worlds.
These are dark times, there is no denying.
There's a boy wizard versus the greatest dark wizard the world has ever seen, who's backed up by a huge and very scary army.
We know we're about to take over the world.
If any of us make any mistakes, we've got the Dark Lord to answer to.
Tell me where it is.
There's a deep rage in Voldemort against the world.
It's just a hell of a lot of evil for one realm.
Voldemort is on the cusp of absolute power. He's been hiding in the shadows for so long, biding his time to come back and to take control of the wizard world.
Severus, I was beginning to worry you had lost your way. Come, we've saved you a seat.
Malfoy Manor has been seconded as the headquarters of the Death Eaters.
At the beginning of the story in Malfoy Manor, Voldemort's very much the man in power, taking his time, enjoying his power.
There's a kind of hunger and an insane optimism in the room, and it's just the planning and strategizing of how to get hold of Harry Potter who is the key.
As inspiring as I find your bloodlust, Bellatrix, I must be the one to kill Harry Potter.
Voldemort doesn't quite understand Harry Potter. He's tried to kill him several times. Unsuccessfully, and he needs to know why that is the case.
My wand and Potter's share the same core. We can wound, but not fatally harm one another.
He's about to grasp victory and defeat Hogwarts and Harry Potter. So there's a sort of emperor-like, you know, chief executive man with everything at his disposal atmosphere going on.
He's in a good place in terms of his master plan and his ambitions and his desire to impose his will and his order on the rest of the wizard world.
Things couldn't be going better for everyone, except me.
The Malfoys are interesting characters because clearly they're on the side of the Dark Lord, but they're real people who have their precious
Lucius. My lord.
Lucius is a very proud man, incredibly vain, pompous, peacock of a man. In the time that he's been away in Azkaban, his spirit's been broken, but he arrives back having had the confidence sucked out of him.
Lucius is in a very bad way, actually, because his son failed to kill Dumbledore. Prior to that, Lucius failed the Dark Lord because he wasn't able to retrieve the prophecy. So the family have basically let Voldemort down consistently.
I require your wand.
Voldemort couldn't be more contemptuous. Not only does he take my wand, which is, as far as I'm concerned, maybe the last 5 seconds of my life, but also deeply humiliating, but he snaps off the snake head, which is a little bit of flamboyance and adornment that I have added on as a Malfoy. So if the earth could swallow me at that moment, I would happily jump in.
Narcissa comes to the fore here because Lucius is a bit of a broken reed. Draco isn't really sure what to do, and Narcissa is holding the family together and keeping them, I think, just the right side of the Dark Lord's wrath.
You know our hosts, of course, Severus. Narcissa, in particular, has been most hospitable.
What this war's created, this kind of hatred and violence, is horrifying to her. You know, there's one thing being an aristocrat and believing you're the top of the pile, but when your pile no longer becomes something you want to be part of, that's when you have a dichotomy. My lord is always welcome here.
Narcissa loves her son. She may be a follower of Voldemort, but she is a mother first.
He's just a boy.
I can't change the Dark Lord's mind.
With Narcissa, you have to understand what a woman does to survive, what a woman does to keep her child alive, and what that is anything.
She's still a very evil woman, but she has a very subtle gentleness and sort of kindness towards Draco. So that helped me to explore why Draco is a bit of a softie at heart, really. I think it's down to his mum.
Please let me help you.
I don't want your help! Don't you understand? I have to do this.
to kill you. He's gonna kill me. Draco's been raised to be, you know, a follower of Voldemort, but he comes to realise it's not all it's cracked up to be, as it were.
I don't think he wants to be part of the evil mafia anymore, and he wants to sort of cut his ties, but of course he doesn't have a choice in the matter, so he's forever still trying to please Lucius.
It's not the healthiest relationship that Lucius has with Draco. I look at Draco's weakness and I'm disgusted by it, mostly I think because it reflects back to me how weak I am inside. And so I take out all of my frustration and impotence on my son.
Look closely, son. If we are the ones to hand Potter over to the Dark Lord, everything will be forgiven, all will be as it was, you understand?
When this family's under stress, they start to eat each other to get to the front of the line. You see the family in the pressure cooker fall apart completely and become even more dysfunctional. It sounds terrible, but it's enormously good fun to do, obviously.
We are having the best time. It was lovely to come back and to sit in a room like we have been doing the last week with, you know, Ray Fiennes, Alan Rickman, Timothy Spall, Helena Bonham Carter.
Helena is such a delightful lady off camera. When they roll camera, she turns into some sort of psycho, man. It's just oddly scary. They just leave the cameras rolling. They don't even tell her what to do. Forget the lines. Just do your stuff, Helena. It's brilliant.
Don't be afraid to go off script. It doesn't matter. Just don't be afraid to go off script, alright? It's always fun.
Okay.
It's a big character to play. It's totally unsubtle. She's always full on. You can't really do it at half-mast. You can't phone her in. She went to Azkaban. She's prepared to die. She's just like, and other people are just flipping terrified of him. But she's like a real, the real deal.
Well, Helena and I joke about what she might do for him. Yeah, I think she would do anything for him.
I must do it with another's wand, not you, Bellatrix.
I think she's enslaved to Voldemort and believes he's the best thing.
Well, this is a cabinet in waiting. It's sort of giddy in a way because you're not very far from power, ultimately. You know, and you're on the right side now, and you're with the man who's going to lead you into that power.
It's erotic almost to people to be close to power.
One of the great luxuries of power is you don't really need to force it on anyone. We're all utterly terrified of him.
He's a lost soul. He's mad. He's lost. He's totally screwed up. And the only thing that fires him is power, more ability to control, to manipulate, to bring people up, destroy people. It's like an addiction, and he's threatened by Harry's goodness. It enrages him.
He desperately wants to get rid of Harry. And he, at the same time, is desperate to have control of the Elder Wand.
The Elder Wand will allow him, he believes, to finally kill Harry. And the Death Eaters and Voldemort are single-mindedly on this mission.
Voldemort knows that as each Horcrux is destroyed, he loses his power, and once you realise Harry's on to his secret, then there's a sort of urgency, a madman's determination just to keep going. I think he'll use anything that helps him come to power and destroy anything that gets in his way.